Hello and welcome to Rando 500, where I take a look at a kind of random game in 500 words. Give or take 10%. Let's go. Asterix and Obelix, or just Obelix going off the title screen here, was developed and published by Infogrames for the Nintendo Game Boy in 1995 and has the honour of being the first Game Boy game I ever played. I have vague but fond Christmas Day memories of shoving this cartridge into my Game Boy, turning it on and saying, I can't see shit. Gotta love that classic Game Boy screen. The game was based on the Asterix comic book series, which details the adventures of the Gauls Asterix and Obelix as they travel the world and fight against Caesar's army. The game's intro has translation issues and doesn't make an awful lot of sense. Caesar has turned Donald Trump by building a wall around the Gaulish village in order to keep them prisoner. That makes sense, but then Asterix and Obelix bet they can travel all around the Roman Empire, bringing back souvenirs for Caesar? Thanks for walling us in and making Rome great again, Caesar. We brought you a cranberry-topped pork pie from Daventry. The actual plot is that Caesar does build a wall, but Asterix and Obelix travel the Empire as an act of rebellion against Caesar, bringing back souvenirs as proof, not as gifts. Obelix is a fairly standard platformer with a decent selection of enemies and Mario-esque blocks full of goodies. You can play as either Asterix or Obelix, and the differences are mostly in the hitbox department. Good luck hitting enemies first time with Asterix. His hitbox is wackier than a clown's back pocket. The Olympian enemies in the Greece stage have horrendous collision detection. You'll literally be up in the face, fist overlapping the nose, but the hit won't register. They can hit you no problem though. Positioning yourself to land a hit is an exercise in frustration as movement feels so sluggish. Even ducking is slow. At the end of each world, you'll face a challenge, like playing rugby, freeing a banker from a safe, or competing in the Olympics. You're not given any instructions for any of these stages, and failing them results in losing a life. It is clear that a lot of attention went into the graphics and music. Each stage has unique graphics, a rarity for an original Game Boy title, some even containing full parallax scrolling. The soundtrack is great. Whoever composed the music knew their way around the system's sound chip and made good use of it. There's some fantastic tracks that manage to sound extremely rich considering the hardware. It's unfortunately the minigames, their difficulty and lack of guidance that sour the experience for me. You end up wasting lives just trying to figure out what's going on each time. The Olympic stage is where I threw in the towel. Your opponent always performs perfectly, and if you cock up just once, you've fucked it. I've seen enough. I'm satisfied. It's disappointing because the rest of the game is competent and full of charm. Is it worth a playthrough? Probably not. It's an average game in a sea of good ones. If you're a hardcore Asterix fan, give it a go. If not, pass and play one of the many other platformers on the Game Boy. 5.5 out of 10 from me, lads.